Hey, what's up guys? So this video is to give you guys an update on the modification I've made to the file on the Goat multi-tool in the previous video. I believe I just glued like a strip of sandpaper that I found, like drywall sandpaper, and this is not it, but this is kind of what it looked like. It was just one strip of sandpaper that I was thinking, since the file's not that great, maybe I could get some kind of sharpening system here, and this is an update to that. So what I ended up doing was I put this one, I think it's maybe like 400 grit on this side, and then on this side, I don't know if you guys could see that or not because I'm filming on my iPhone. I don't know how it works, but I put a little strip of 600 and a little strip of 1500 grit sandpaper, because when I originally put that one strip, it stayed on, it worked fine, it worked how I expected it to work. And since I used like rubber cement, like a rubber glue, like the dollar store one, when it came to time to take it off, it was very easy with a blade just to scrape it off and scrape off like the excess glue. So I think this is gonna be a good choice. This is gonna be a good idea of mine. This is like I found like a variety pack of sandpaper, you know, like the cheapest one I could find. But now I'm thinking, like, if I use an expensive, you know, something that'll last longer, or something that's, you know, maybe a different composite. I'm not really sure what kind of sandpaper they have, but I'm not sure what difference the purple one, you know, the purple one is. But I might pick some up when these wear out. I'll pick some up and swap it out for that, because I have resharpened my knife. I sharpened my knife and I used it this week for I was doing like a caulking job, and I had to cut off some old caulk, and my pocket knife was in my bag, and which was in my car. So I started off with this before I had to make a trip to my car. I started off with this, so it did get dull because I was, you know, cutting caulk, and that's like the most dulling thing you could do to your knife, because you're cutting through the silicone and you're scraping like the grout, you're scraping tile, you're scraping the ceramic from the tub. So it's a really good way to dull your blade. But this has worked to bring the blade back. I just start with the 400 and I go all the way around on both sides, and then this little strip, even though it's obviously not a big strip, you know, I wish I had like a, you know, Arkansas stone or a Japanese wet stone or something like that, but I don't. I have this. So that little tiny strip, and then I go with the 600, then I go both sides, and then I finish it off with the 1500 on both sides. Now it's not my sharpening skills are probably not the best either. That's not how I sharpen. I was just showing you guys an example. I'm not, you know, that incompetent, but my sharpening skills are probably not the best either. But I got it pretty sharp, honestly, a lot sharper than I thought I would get it. And I don't have any paper to show you guys, but no, I don't. But it does bring the edge back, and the more time I take with it, the sharper I could get it, and maybe hopefully my skills are going to improve and I'll be able to get us really fine. But really, from my view, I don't need it to be razor sharp. It's you know, I'm not shaving with the knife. I'm, like I said, cutting the caulk or cutting packages open. But even packages, you know, Amazon has that tape now that you could rip with your nail. Like, you rip it open with your nail, so you don't need much. And I recommend you guys do this mod. If you have a file and it's like worn out or something, instead of having to buy a new multi-tool, just glue a little piece of gripped sandpaper. And well, I mean, obviously what's great about this one is you could, like I just showed you guys, you could just take it out and just work on your blade, put it back on, and you're ready to go. You know what I mean? Sometimes even like mid job, You know, if you dull it out, like if I ended up having to go back to my car, so I grabbed my knives and I grabbed all the you know, the proper box cutter and the blades, the spare blades. But if I didn't have that for some reason, you know, after it dulled out, I could just pulled out my file, sharpened it back up real quick, and kept going, and it would have worked out fine. So I recommend that mod. I'm not regretting it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I might get like a nicer sandpaper and try to refine the process so that it works best for me. But yeah, next time you'll see this blade, I'll probably have the brass scales back on there. The titanium's nice, but the brass is just looks so different than any other tool, and it makes it look more high end. You know, makes it, especially if you polish it up, it makes it look really high end. But I'll see you guys in the next video.